Hello there, friends. I am back. And I gotta say, it feels good to be back on the Hermitcraft server. It's been 2 weeks, over 2 weeks, since I've logged in. I'm quite certain that many things have changed since I've been gone. And I've got, yeah, there's already like cities being built over here. There's roads and things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a tour and see what has changed. But it's been great. I went on an amazing vacation. I went to England. I took my whole family to England and we spent 12 days, I think it was 12 days, with Zedaf and his girlfriend. And they toured us all around England. We did all the things in London, in the countryside. It was the best vacation ever. But it definitely was a long time and I am behind now, but I am 1,000% ready to kick it into high gear. And today we're gonna be doing some massive work on this little guy right here. That's right. Today I am hoping to get some massive progress done on the Steampunk Factory. And that's because I have spent the last 3 days since I got home from vacation, the last 3 days redesigning the entire factory from scratch. And you know what, guys? I listened to you. I read the comments and there was some pretty negative feedback overall to the conveyors. The conveyors overall, a lot of people, including some hermits, I gotta say, said it was kind of crossing the line. It was too much. It didn't feel vanilla. It was starting like, where's the line? Blah, 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 blah. I get it. So the conveyor belts, they're gone. We're throwing them out. And with it, we're throwing out the entire plan we had, believe it or not, for this entire factory. But my friends, do not fret, do not worry, because we still have plans for a massive steampunk factory. It's getting dark out. And it's gonna be bigger, much bigger than I originally planned. This room gonna be much smaller, much more practical. The factory going out the back here is going to be massive. So the first thing I need to do is tear all of this down. Well, at least most of it. All this has got to come out, all these chests all around the perimeter here. This room's going to be much smaller. We got to take down this redstone here. We got a lot to do. We got to take some of this mountain down behind it back here, and we're going to have to dig a pretty large hole right here to hold all of the redstone for the factory. Now, to be clear, we're not going to get the whole factory done today. This is a massive project that's going to take many episodes, but what I'm hoping today is I can get the whole layout out, you know, without the redstone stuff, just so that you can get an idea of how everything's going to work. So with that said, it's time to demo. Hello?
Oh, hello, who's that?
Oh, hi, it's just me. What's up?
What are you doing? You're digging some factory?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh,
what do I owe the pleasure?
Excellent. Oh, I'm just taking my villager for a walk, that's all. Just going for a little stroll, me and my villager, you know, he needed a walk.
Oh, did you? What? Why did you do that?
What do you mean?
I have so many questions right now.
Oh, just, you know, it's just a villager on a chicken, as is normal.
How did you do that?
What do you mean? I've just put him on a lead and just taking him for a walk, that's all.
Did you cure a baby?
Well, I mean, if you want to get technical with it, then sure, maybe that's how the magic happened, but
Zed,
all I know.
only you, Zed, only you. How many hundreds of hours did you take to make this happen?
This was a lot of time. But hey, he's good. If you look, he's got a mending book. He's got glass for sale. He's a great guy.
Oh, this guy's incredible.
And he's on a chicken, which makes it all better.
I mean, of course. And I mean, knowing you, he's going to be dangling from something soon, I imagine, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, don't let him hear you say that. But yeah, that's his fate. Yeah. But I just thought I'd take him out for a walk first. Let him stretch his legs.
Of course. Oh, you got a zombie coming.
Ha! Protect it at all costs. Oh, there's a llama coming as well. Oh, goodness.
He's not quite as dangerous.
All right, well, I'll be on my way.
All right, then. Yeah,
just passing through.
Take a lucky few and take him out for a little stroll.
See you later.
Okay, let's talk about the layout to the factory and where everything's going to be here. So, coming in from up here, this is going to be the entrance here. There'll be stairs down. Who knows? This will be all amazing and all that stuff later on. You're going to enter in right here. And right here, these two walls are kind of my base storage system. Manual, this is for everything that is not related to the factory. That means everything not created in the factory and everything not required as an ingredient in the factory. This area here is the main like warehouse area, and everything from there to there and there to there, those are going to be all products that are crafted automatically in the factory in the back, which we'll go into in a second there. And then we got like 2 little wings, one over there and one over here. This one here is going to be for resources that I need to manually bring in from other farms, like gunpowder, redstone dust, ice, quartz, that sort of thing are all going to be there because they're still going to be needed as part of the factory to be requested from the crafting modules in the back. And then over here, I think is going to be the resources that are brought in locally from my farms down below. If you guys remember, there's the entrance right over there to, you know, the iron farm, the bamboo farm, the honey farm, all that stuff. That stuff will all be stacked in here automatically. We're gonna have like tubes and stuff that are all carrying it around and everything. I'm gonna try and make it look interesting. And then back here, this leads to the main factory area. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have like an archway or something, maybe, but the factory is gonna be big. It's going to take up this entire rectangle. It's very, very, very deep. I think I've got like 35 items that can be automatically crafted in the factory here. So I think we're gonna have like, basically you got like a central pathway and then crafters on both sides. And if I want to add more, I just extend this back even further. You can see I did a little bit of boom boom action here to blow this out. We didn't dig this out, we explodificated it. Ethos stopped by and he's like, hey Tango, I have a new explodey technology, and it was amazing. I'll save it for him. He's gonna have it in his next video, or you can watch it on my second channel on Tango Tech 2 if you want to watch the VOD there. We did it on live stream, but he came up with a new way of making just massive explosions using the new crafting block and everything. And it's a game changer, guys. We we blew this out in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. It was just gone. It was amazing. You got to check it out. So I think the next thing I want to do is get a floor in here. Obviously we have soul sand here. We're going to get soul speed on our boots. I think I got to go find Impulse because I think he's got a bunch of them already from bartering. I'm going to go get one of them from him, maybe steal one. But we're going to have slabs down here. So the floor's got to be slabs so that we're going to be all super fast. We're going to have run speed and soul speed. What's it called? Swifty speed on the soul stuff. Faster. And this is the part I like here. So all of these, like I said, these are going to all be the storage for each individual crafting module that are going to be, the idea is like, I'll go over here and I'll take out an item, and the second the chest isn't full, the factory will automatically kick in and start crafting the thing that's going to be here. So like, you know, for instance, if I make comparators here, I'll put a comparator there like that. If I make like, maybe I make sticky pistons right here, we'll put a sticky piston here. So we're going to visually kind of represent all the things that are kind of made right here by just doing stuff like this. I think we're gonna do like something like this, right? So you can kind of see what's there. Like, and again, if it's a repeater, it would be up on top. So I don't need, item frames or anything. We'll just visually display everything like this. I don't like the way the hopper looks there, so maybe we'll do something, but that's the general idea. What is Scar up to? The greatest water bucket clutch ever. I'm here to be entertained, sir.
My first witness.
Yes. I want to see it.
All right. When the feed is complete, you can launch these beautiful fireworks from Cup. Speaking of the man right here.
For a show.
Well, hi, Jim.
Oh, Impulse 2. Let me get you some fireworks.
Oh,
Impulse.
here we go.
Yeah.
Is this officially a crowd in Minecraft?
This is a crowd.
Yeah, I'd say so.
As good as a crowd as
my
it's going to
gosh.
be.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I've been tortured for a very long time, but today will be the day that I will shed the bonds of the permit office by you all witnessing me clutch 100+ block water bucket clutch.
It's gonna be a long wait, isn't
Practice
it?
jump.
This is gonna be a long way.
Yeah, come. How long do these go? Let's see here.
That literally
Let's
could
try
have
that.
killed me. I will have you know.
Oh, look at him with the sun backdrop. It's an epic moment.
Oh.
What's he doing?
Boy.
He's gonna
Here
try
he
to land
goes.
this?
He's
gonna
clutching
jump.
for red tape or permits or something. I don't know. We just want to see some blood.
Okay.
Here he goes.
Here he goes.
Uh-oh. Hey, spot red. There he goes.
Dead.
Oh.
Wow.
Worth the price of
Not a
admission.
single lick of water.
Be right back. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
you
do this
don't-
one more time, guys. One more time.
Okay.
You wanna bring the
Stay.
water
I
with
need
you,
you.
Don't
Scar?
you need your water bucket because it's down here.
I
He's got
got
one
extra. I figured this might happen.
I mean, he
okay.
didn't need it the first time, so.
Hey, that's mean.
Oh,
here
he's
he
getting
goes.
ready to
Oh,
jump.
he's going.
Oh, he's going for it.
Let's go.
He did it!
Impressive.
Can we get
Nailed
some
it.
more fireworks for the excitement?
Tango.
We may not have used them trying
I
to kill
shot
you.
mine off
Yeah.
trying to kill you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, look
sorry.
at it. Look at it. Thank you, everybody. You have been a great help.
What about the base Blumen test? Did you get that?
Don't
figured
talk
out?
about. Don't talk
Bloomin'
about that.
test. Oh.
Okay, that was witnessed by a crowd. Yes, that is now complete.
Okay, we have the first 10 crafting modules built for the factory, 5 on each side, and it is completely just a mirror of each other. And in fact, it looks like a lot of redstone here, but it's a lot of just replicated, duplicated redstone. One module here is a 3x3 thing. I'm going to show you how this works. So items will be requested from the warehouse section. We'll get into how all that is done in a little bit here, but suffice to say that a minecart will start down here that has the ingredients that the crafters need. Okay, and it's going to loop down all this S turn here, is looping around, and it's going to go down all the way to the end and loop back and do the same thing on the other side. You'll notice each of the crafting stations has 3 hoppers. These crafting stations can craft any item in the game that can be crafted from 3 or less resources. Now, there are some like pistons, obviously, that require 4, and when that happens, I'll make like a custom crafting module for that case when the case arises. So each of the 3 hoppers for each crafticator here will be kind of programmed for the resources that it needs. So if this was like a repeater and I wanted to have redstone torches in here, I would put in some filler items, and then one slot would be just the items I need here. If I did that, they're all going to go into the crafter right now, but I would basically do this and then put torches there. And obviously each crafter will be pre-programmed with resources, a full stack of each resource needed to craft the item in question. So like I would have a whole repeater here with all the supplies needed for it. So each of these comparators here is reading one of the 3 hoppers there, and only when there's a signal length 2 worth of supplies in each of the hoppers will these 3 torches right here turn off. And only when all 3 of these torches are off will the clock down here turn on. And that clock is basically saying, hey, I'm going to slowly start crafting items. But the second we run out of like an excessive amount of supplies for an individual ingredient, the torch will turn on and the clock will lock and the thing will stop. So it's not gonna craft any items if we don't have all the resources that we need. Each time an item is crafted, it's gonna get shot out of the craft gator right there, hit the iron bar here. Let me close this back up. Hit the iron bar there and then go off to the warehouse on that packed ice water stream down there. Okay, so this next bit is the coolest part of the whole project, and it's something I'm pretty proud of. I'm excited about, and I hope it actually works. The biggest challenge to this factory was, as you might guess, it was trying to get a signal from all the crafting modules and letting it know what resources it needs to signal the warehouse and actually have those resources be released from storage and sent and to go into the appropriate crafting module. Very tricky. So each of those torches up there represents an item that is out of supply. When the torch is on, that means that that crafting module is missing a resource, right? So that torch right there might be signaling, this chest over here might need the items there. And the second one right there might need items in this chest or something, right? So you can see the spaghetti mess of insanity of how do we get all of those random signals configured and pointed to all of these random chests and get the correct items released. And after exploring many different options, what I ended up with is we are going to binary encode a sequence or a number for each resource that could possibly be needed. Okay, you see these 5 tracks right there and 5 tracks right there. That's going to a 5-bit encoding, so that gives us 32 options of different items we can pull from the factory. Currently there's 27 different items I'll be pulling from the factory, so we have plenty of options, or even a little bit more for expansion. If I need to, I could add another bit over there. But what's going to happen is those tracks are going to flash a binary code, and over here, kind of where my head is right now, is going to be a binary decoder that will then signal to the various chests to release the particular items that are necessary. And the way I encode each number is simply where I place these observers. These rails here will flash, and basically bit 1, bit 2, bit 3, bit 4, and bit 5. So this would encode a bit bit 2 and a bit 4 and give me a binary number, which then that will flash just the second and the fourth rail down there, and that's going to come up here to the binary decoder, and then it'll translate it back into a normal number that will go to the correct spot in the warehouse. It's very, very complicated. So essentially, while the factory is on, there's going to be an event that happens at some rate. I don't know what that rate's going to be. It's going to be pretty slow. This repeater line right here goes down this direction, will go all the way down to the end, loop around, and come all the way back right here. Those are all 4-tick repeaters, and each one of those will have a chance to encode a 5-bit signal on those bottom tracks. So any resources that are needed are going to be flashed like pop, 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 pop. Every 4 ticks, a binary code is going to be sent to the decoder. In theory, right? Who knows if this is going to work or not? All you really need to know is that this is a clean, concise, fairly compact way of signaling any item we could possibly need from the factory and requesting it from the warehouse. And if we want to add a new item, if we want to, add something else to the factory that requires a new item, all I got to do is encode a new 5-bit combination and send that to the thing, decode it here, and point it to the new object in the warehouse. It should be fairly expandable. So I forgot to record it yesterday, but a while back, like yesterday and the day before, and ever since I got back from vacation, there was a block sitting here, a slime block with a sign on it that said, "Do not remove under any circumstances." Well, obviously it was right in the middle of my storage room, so it was removed. Today, I log in to this. The slime block was moved. There will be consequences. Consequences, you say, huh? Yeah. Don't think so. So anyway, we got a huge update to the factory here. It's basically 90% working right now with a couple of temporary things, a little temporary thing there, and this here is definitely temporary. But let me show you down below. We got the full binary decoder system installed here. It's like 3 binary decoders overlapping each other. It was a bit tricky. I had to kind of modify this to fit my needs here because going around corners and stuff, I couldn't do it. But we've got one there, does all that side. This one does all the other side, and then this one here right in front does the 2 side panels there and there, which you can't see. But the good news is that's working. Okay, we can request any item we want by encoding things. Like for instance, this is bit 1, bit 2, and bit 16 here. So this is a value of 19 that gets encoded and sent over, and I think that is like stone, I think. No, redstone dust. I haven't done them all. We're going to do them as required, but this right here is bit 1, bit 2, and bit 5. This is a control bit here. So that is 19, which gets encoded here, and we'll basically do a little bit of redstone stuff to make a single redstone dust right here be released and go up this water and into the thing and go down over here. So any raw ingredients go up this bubble vader here, and I'll make this look a little bit better eventually. This is definitely temporary, but for now they fall into this hopper, going to this chest here, and when that chest has ingredients, a hopper minecart is released. It picks up about 8 of those resources and skedoodles it along the track to distribute them to the crafticators. When the minecart is done, it is broken right here. It goes into a underwater water stream and is recycled in the system here to be reused over again. The crafted items are released on this water stream here and go up this bubble vader, and for now they're just dumping onto the floor of the factory, but more or less it's working. So everything is a little crude still right now, but I think I can give a little bit of demo. I have 3 crafting modules set up here, 1 to make redstone torches, 1 to make repeaters, and the last one over there to make sticks. And I've got these 3 chests set up here. We've got redstone torches here, we've got repeaters here, and we've got sticks right here. Now you can see the torches are full, and the shears are temporary. We're not going to have shears in the long term. Don't worry about that. They're just for now for testing. But shears are full, so it's not going to attempt to create torches because it thinks we got enough of them. Repeaters, however, is not full. It will attempt to create those, and sticks, not full. It will attempt to create those. But the interesting thing is, because repeaters, and I chose this for to prove an example here, because repeaters do require torches to be made. Once repeaters start being made, they're going to request more torches from the torch chest automatically, which will then as well automatically kick this on to start crafting torches because we're going to be out of supply. So we'll see if we can make this work here. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to turn on this. Oh, look at Mumbo making progress. We're going to turn on our little resource clock here. This is a temporary thing here. Let me break this and let's go up here real quick now. And we should see in a couple seconds here, we should start to see some resources being collected and released up here that are needed. So we should see like bamboo for the sticks. We should see stone for the repeaters. We should see redstone dust go up. That sort of thing, I think. hang on. Oh, here we go. I hear clicking happening. There's sticks. There's, okay, there's a torch, and there's the bamboo. And now there goes the cart. It's going to send it all down the track over there. You see some of the slime blocks and honey blocks triggered because resources were now available. It should start to make some stuff. Sticks are low. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for sticks to come in. We'll see. It should be sending more sticks and more stone in. Sticks are adding up. I don't think anything's being made yet. Oh, we already made a okay. We already made a repeater and a stick over here. It's so interesting to watch because you always think there's like a bug or something, and you're like, no, that's actually the way it should be working. So we've made more sticks. Oh, now we've made our first torch that just accidentally popped out there. So this is temporary here. Obviously, we're gonna redirect all of this into a much more complicated, much more fun thing. But you can see we're churning out torches quite a bit here now because it takes 2 torches to make every repeater. You can see our torch is collection, I guess you could say, storage is going down, which is why we're making more torches all the time here now. But more or less, you can see things are pretty much working here. And it's exciting. It's exciting. Once all of these things are programmed, like just all the crazy resources are just being made automatically with like cascading dependencies turning on and stuff. It's going to be amazing here. But there is a problem. And quite honestly, I'm a little bit embarrassed that I didn't catch this in the initial design. I only allowed for a signal strength 2 when measuring the ingredients of a hopper here, which essentially once I take this stack to 19, that would do a signal strength of 2, which is great. Everything's fine. The problem is once it's like if I'm waiting on another resource, this resource can still keep collecting and collecting and collecting. And if that gets up to 42, that's a signal strength of 3, which overloads and flows into the next column. And it's basically the standard item sorting overflow problem. So luckily I already have a fix for it. It does require me to like redo the top sections of all the crafting modules, but you know what? That's why I only did a few of them. I didn't do all of them because I knew there would probably be bugs that popped up. We're gonna get it fixed. All right, I think that is as far as we are going to take it today here in the factory. We got a tremendous amount done here. I'm very pleased. I upgraded all of the crafting modules here to fix that little issue. They all have 3 signal length, item detection capacity there, so to stop the overflow issue. And I upgraded all of the resource bit encoding to be 6 bits instead of 5 bits because it was clear we were going to need it. I needed more numbers. But as much as we got done today, there is still so much more I want to do here. So I added some hoppers along here. This is how the items that are created are going to be added into the warehouse here up and behind here. By the way, I'm not sure if I like the spruce trapdoors or the copper, but I think we might have to wait to see what the rest of the room looks like to know that for sure. But the idea is instead of obviously just dropping the items on the floor, they're going to go into a minecart behind the scenes, and there's going to be like a big room here. And there's going to be a minecart track that goes kind of like along the top of the wall ceiling area, like where my cursor is here. And there's going to be some sorters embedded in the walls and stuff. In the minecart, when it finds the slot for the item it just produced, it will drop it out. Some lights will go off. Some steampunky noises will happen. And then it's going to fall into like a little water stream. This kind of scoot it forward, and it's going to fall directly into the appropriate hopper for the chest within the warehouse, slot where it belongs. Probably hard to visualize, but it's going to be pretty amazing. I can't wait to do that part. And then obviously we got to decorate this entire factory here. Probably some huge archways here from these beams and everything. Really looking forward to that, making it all steampunky and everything. And then I've got the idea where each of these little bays here, right? Like depending on what item it's crafting, maybe kind of like do a little mini scene of a little demonstration of that block, either just aesthetically or in the case of a redstone thing, maybe it like functions a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it actually even kicks on when it crafts an item. So like, you know, we're all about to craft a piston, like the piston will go up and down or something. I don't know, little ideas like that. Basically, I still have a ton of ideas and a ton of things I want to do in here, and I can't wait. But hopefully today you guys kind of get an idea of what we're doing here and how this factory is going to work. But unfortunately now I have the very arduous and tedious task of going through and kind of programming every one of the crafting modules, the resources that they require, doing the bitwise encoding for each one, and mapping it up in the decoder to a corresponding chest. It's going to take probably hours and hours to do all that. So hopefully next time I return, we'll be ready to go here. We'll be pumping out all kinds of items. But hopefully you guys get a better feel of what the factory is and are excited about it as I am. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.